right, you guys, this is 4.2 part 2, and since yesterday's video was corrupt, I actually did another video this morning, and I would actually recommend that you guys, it's a short video, it's less than 10 minutes, it's more like maybe 6 or 7 minutes, and watch it. It's a much shorter, I think yesterday's video was around 20 minutes, and I actually tried to do it again, and it still was corrupt, so I gave up, just did a really short one, and that one seemed to work. And that happens once in a while. Sometimes the videos are corrupt. So I would highly recommend, and I'll say it again, all of you take 7 minutes out of your life and watch that video, because I explained a little differently than I did yesterday how to find the area of a triangle and why it's 1/2 times the base and the height. So the first ones that I want you guys to do here, and actually before I go any further here, just remember the area of a triangle is 1/2 times the base and the height. And I explained in that short video why that's the case, although I did yesterday too, just in much greater detail. So the first ones that I want you to do here would be 12, 13, and 14. Number 14, I want you guys not to be confused about what they're showing you here in these problems. The area that's shaded is what they're talking about. In other words, that's what you're finding. You're finding the area of this green shaded part. You're finding the area of the yellow shaded part. You're finding the area of the blue shaded part. And I've got it expanded right here. Now, you can see what they've done. They've helped you by giving you the height of these triangles. So look at number 14 here. What I've erased was this part here and this, which shows you what the height of the triangle is. In other words, they're starting from here, and they're going to the top, and they're giving you the height of the triangle. And they've done the same thing here for number 13. Looks like the height would be 9, and this here, the 20, you could call that the base. So it would simply be the base times the height, or 9 times 20 is the same thing as 20 times 9. It wouldn't matter. So for number 13 here, all you're doing is multiplying the base, we'll call it 20, times 9, which would be the height. And remember, and some of you had forgotten in yesterday's homework, you're multiplying those together, base times the height, and then what that's being multiplied by 1/2. Now, I want to see if I can cut this. I did something similar in the video, and it may not work. I'm just going to try it. I'm going to see if I can cut this, and let me copy it. Actually, let me try it another way. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to move it over here. And I'm going to see if I can rotate this, if it'll let me. Yeah, it's not cooperating. Well, that might kind of work. Need to adjust it a little bit more, if it'll let me. That's pretty close. Now look, what do I have there? Look at that shape. It's a parallelogram. Look, here's one, whoops. Here's one side, and another, and another, and another. And remember, the formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base times the height. And this shows you why it's 1/2. we're trying to find the area of, this was the original triangle right here, this one. Okay? And so I just spun it around and made it out of a parallelogram. It's a parallelogram cut in half. So remember, it's 1/2 times the base times the height, okay? So I do want you guys to do 12, 13, 14. Oh, the other thing, before I forget, since I didn't upload the video, and of course the video, I tell you guys what problems I want you to do. From now on, you all are to write down the problems that you did on your paper, or the problems that you're supposed to do. So, so Mr. Williams, on the top of your paper, what you would simply do, I need to make this a little bit bigger now. So for example, if you have to do problems, let's say numbers, I don't know, let's see, 2 through 7, and then 10 to 18. I want everybody to write that information down, because I had more than one parent asking me, hey, what problems is it that you guys were supposed to do? And of course, I was at home and I didn't really remember for sure. But, you know, especially if we work on the assignment, you guys have, 15 minutes in class or 20 minutes or even a half an hour. There's no reason for you not to have those written down, or most of them done, quite frankly. So I'll be checking, and if you don't have that information written down, you'll be losing group points. So always make sure you write these down as we go through it. Okay, so having said that, let's move on a little bit further here. Let's see, I want you guys to do 16, so it would be 16A. It says how much fabric is needed to make the sail. So they're talking about this wingspan of a hang gliding, and so here's the wingspan. That could be the base, and then here's the height. The 9 could be the height of the glider. Okay, so they want to know in A how much fabric is needed to make the sail. Okay, let's see here. I want you guys to do I'm looking at number 18. You know the height and the perimeter of an equilateral triangle. Explain how to find the area of the triangle. Draw a diagram to support your reasoning. Give it a shot. I want you guys to think about it. They're talking about an equilateral triangle. Do you guys know what an equilateral triangle is?
No.
Anybody remember? So it's a triangle with all three sides have the same angle, the same measurement. All right? Give that a shot. And then you would draw an equilateral triangle. So if you remember, here's a triangle. Okay? And you guys remember that a triangle that has a 90-degree angle has a little box. Okay? And that's obviously not 90 degrees. 90 degrees is also called a right angle. This would be, doing the best I can here, that would be considered a 90-degree angle. If it's more than 90 degrees, let's say the angle went out this way, that's called an obtuse angle. So it's more than 90 degrees. If it's less than 90 degrees, that means it's going to be in closer. And it's called an acute angle. So maybe the angle is like that, and it's less than 90 degrees. I don't know, so maybe that's, 35 degrees. And then two triangles or two angles that form a right angle would have to add up to 90 degrees. So this angle right here, that would be 60, that would be 55 degrees if I did my math right. So those two added together, what's 55 plus 35? That would be 90 degrees. So this whole angle would be 90 degrees. All that to say, you can see that this is an obtuse angle. It's more than 90 degrees. You can look at this one here and you can see that's less than 90. And this one here is also less than 90. And so when they talk about an equilateral triangle, and I'll do my best to draw one, I might not do a good job. An equilateral triangle, all three angles have the same measurement. They all measure the same degrees. That's an equilateral triangle. Okay? So, and you'll get more into that later on, but that should give you guys a good idea. All right? Get this erased here. Okay, so try 18. So 20, the total area of the polygon is 176 square feet. Find the value of x. Yeah, give 20 a shot. They give you the area, and they give you, looks like this side right here, and they give you the height, which is kind of nice. See if you can figure that one out. And then we're just about done. I want you guys to do, tell which property is illustrated. Oh, so I do want you to do that. You'll need to go back to section 3.3 in your book. That'll help you guys out. So you could do 21, 22, 23, and 24 as a multiple choice. Questions, you guys? All right, so you should have written those down. Everybody needs that on the top of your paper. So if, you never know when one of my videos is going to be corrupt. And if you haven't written down the answers, then you're not going to know, or not the answers, if you haven't written down the problems, you're not going to know what to do.
You should bring your math book home too.
Right, of course, you bring your math book home. Miss Ryan, question?
Can you with all the problems that we're supposed to be doing, write it up as how the example you did a minute ago?
I could, but as I was explaining it here, it'd be easier if you guys just mark them on your paper. Okay? So you can see it's 12, 13, 14, 16, 18, 20, and then 21 through 24.
So just those ones?
Yeah, that's all I just said.
I put 20 through 24.
Yeah, 20 through 24 is fine. Okay, I'm going to end the video.